what is the vision of a man of realization. Whatever he sees Brahman alone. So there was this doubt. For a man of realization, what happens to the world? We said in yesterday's talk that the world is rejected by the man of realization. There were some people who came and asked the doubt, Swamiji, is the world there or not there? That became the question. So on the first day of the talk, we clarified how we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are not the intellect. We are the Atma. So the question came, then Swamiji, is the body, mind, intellect there or not? No doubt it is not me. But is it there or not? Because we are very concerned about the body, mind, intellect. What will happen to the body, mind, intellect then if I am not it? Poor thing. It should be there somewhere. If I sleep, the world still exists, is it not? Then for the man of realization, what does it mean by saying that the world is not there for him? So we will clarify that one point as to what we mean by negating the world. What does that mean? So does it mean that for the man of realization nothing exists? Then if that is so, why does he eat food? Because world itself doesn't exist. Why does he talk? Why does he teach? So what is the meaning of negating the world? We will see it from the perspective of how we understand. I'll have to caution all of us here that this is not we will never be able to understand the experience of a man of realization. But we can only imagine it from what we understand, from what they have said. Can somebody explain to somebody else the feeling of love just through words? Can somebody explain to somebody else the feeling of how sweetness feels if the other person has never tasted sweet? The only way is to open his mouth, put sugar in his mouth, close his mouth. And then he says, that is sweetness. Thus the man of realization's experience is absolutely true and can only be understood by him. And yet we will try to understand from what and how we understand it. We used to have the example of the rope and snake earlier. But time has advanced now, so we will use the example of the snake and the rubber snake. And now all of us know that rubber snakes have come that are exactly similar to a real snake in texture and color. So let us say you enter a room, and in the corner of that room, only the head of the snake is popping out. And you switch on that light, and suddenly you see the snake there. Your little son of 10 years old, who already got afraid of the snake earlier, wants to frighten you. The moment you switch on the light, what happens is you still see a real snake there. And we jump up and down and so many things. I saw the snake, that is the color. It is not a rope. Your husband tells after the yajna, see, it is a rope. It is not a rope, it is a snake. And your husband also comes in and gets frightened of it. And after a few minutes, your 10-year-old son comes in. This is how I also got afraid. Mummy, that is not a snake. Daddy, that's not a snake. And yet you cautiously go close to it, touch it, take it, play with it. And then you say, oh, this is not a snake. And then you keep the snake down. The next time you go out of the room and come back inside the room and you see that rubber snake, what do you see? You still see the snake vision, is it not? Still what your eyes see is still something that looks exactly like a snake. That is never denied, is that right? Look at that. I saw it and I actually got frightened. It still looks like that. But now would you get afraid of that snake? So one aspect of seeing is what your eyes see. The other aspect of seeing, what is the resultant understanding of that perception. They are two different things, technically called vritti vyapti and phala vyapti. Don't worry about the technical terms. So still now the visual cognition that has happened is of a snake. What did you see? I saw a snake. Yet the understanding inside from direct experience is, it is not a snake, it is a lifeless rubber piece looking like a snake. And therefore whatever emotions, whatever agitations, anything that has to happen within the mind after seeing a real snake does not happen after seeing this snake, because you know it is not real. And therefore what do? You reject the experience of having seen a snake. And therefore there is no fear. There is no wanting to run away. Rather there is happiness and joy and excitement. Look, that looks real. In the same way, the man of realization, even after realizing the truth, for his physical cognition, which is the body, he still, through the body, when he perceives the world, he still sees the world. Why? Because it is eyes interpreting the world. And therefore, what will the physical brain construe from it? What will the physical brain understand from it? I am seeing a man, I am seeing a lady, I am seeing a boy, I am seeing somebody living, I am seeing somebody dead. That will be the person's physical cognition. That's why in Zen it is said, there is one of the statements which is said, before realization, cutting wood, drawing water. After realization, cutting wood, drawing water. So what did he do before realization? He was cutting wood, he was drawing water from the well. After realization, what did he do? He cut wood, he drew water from the well, but the relationship is completely different. So cognition is of the physical world because the cognition is by the physical body. But yet, the result of cognition for an ignorant man is that the world is real. For a man of realization, Brahman alone is real. And therefore, the man of realization rejects the world. What does it mean by rejecting the world? Nama and Rupa is the world. He rejects the Nama Rupa. And upon which does this Nama Rupa stand? Upon the truth, which is Brahman. And having rejected the Nama Rupa, he understands the world is Brahman. It is upon the truth, upon the foundation of Brahman that Nama Rupa plays. It is upon the foundation of the ocean that all the waves play. So therefore, waves are nothing but names and forms upon the ocean. If you reject the names and form, then the waves disappear, the ocean alone, the water alone remains. Is it not? So what is the experience of a man of realization? Sarvam Brahmamayam Re Re Sarvam Brahmamayam. But for one who has not rejected it, Sarvam Namamayam, Sarvam Rupamayam, Sarvam Prashnamayam. Is it not? And once one has rejected the Nama Rupa, all things related to the Nama Rupa is also rejected. There is no agitation. There is no wanting to get it. There is nothing for that person, because whatever has to be God, which is Brahman, has already been God. So what does he reject? He rejects his own body, mind, intellect, because that is also Nama Rupa. I am Brahman. And what is this Jagat? What is this world? That is also Nama Rupa. Its foundation is Brahman, so that is also Brahman. I am Brahman, that is Brahman. Brahman alone exists. Drishtim jnanamayam krutva, having made one's drishti of knowledge. Pashyet, he sees Brahmamayam Jagat. Having endowed his drishti with knowledge, he sees the world as Brahman. This is the meaning of rejecting the world. So what is his experience? Brahmarpanam. No doubt it is not that he does not see the ladle. He sees the ladle, but he sees that is only Nama Rupa of Brahman. In Tamil there is a beautiful saying, Kallakanda, Nayakanda. And we interpreted it very beautifully. ரோட்டில் ஒரு நாய் போயிட்டு இருந்தது, அதை அடிக்கிறதுக்கு கல் தேடுனா கல் கிடைக்கல. ஒரு இடத்துல கல் கிடச்சிது, அங்கே that is not the meaning of that. What is the meaning? மரத்தில் மறைந்தது மாமத யானை. Where there is a statue of a dog or the statue of an elephant, when you see the elephant, you don't see the statue. And when you see the stone, you don't see elephant. Is it not? When you go to the Shiva temple, do you see Shiva or do you see the Linga? For one who is connected, he sees Shiva there. While a foreigner who's never used to this temple worship comes there and asks, of what is it made? Have you ever asked? Have you ever even tried to know? Because that is Shiva. Drishtim jnanamayam krutva pashyet brahmamayam jagat. So Brahma arpanam, the instrument of offering is Brahman. The offerer is Brahman. And thus he sees the essence and rejects the Nama Rupa. And what is this called? Brahmarpanam. Brahmavi, Brahmaiva, Brahma Karma. This drishti itself is karma. So for a man of realization, what is his action? He is actionless. Just seeing this world of names and forms as Brahman itself is his action. And thus, karmani akarmaya pashyat. So just seeing itself is that. What a vision. And it is only Brahman everywhere. And where will he see difference between man and woman? Where will such a person see difference between Indian and foreigner? Where will he see difference between Papa and Punya? Because Papa, Punya are only connected to the body, mind, intellect. And he is gone beyond. He neither sees Papa, he neither sees Punya. But Swamiji, what about his actions? He is eating, no. He says body is eating. I am not eating. Krishna says, I never married. Durvasa says, I never ate. This is the vision of the man of realization. And thus we have to make our eyes, our vision endowed with that supreme knowledge. And so Krishna says, hey Arjuna, I know, you don't know. Navetha Parantapa, hey Parantapa, you don't know, I know. That is the only difference between the jnani and between us. Swamiji, it is the only difference, but that is all the difference. That is the difference. This is the knowledge which you have to gain. Now Arjuna says, listen, it is too late right now. Quickly tell me, what? What kind of worship should I do? What kind of yajna should I do by which I can realize? And so Arjuna tells us, Krishna tells us, so many different yajnas, so many different ways of worship by which we can realize the truth.